I genuinely thought my bank account was broken. Not in a dramatic way, not like fraud or anything serious, just quietly wrong. I remember sitting on my bed one evening, opening my banking app, and staring at the number like it might correct itself if I gave it a second. £20 had somehow turned into £5 and a few stray pence. No big purchase, no shopping spree. Nothing I could point to and say, "Ah, that's what did it." Just gone. And the worst part was, I couldn't explain it. It started becoming a pattern. I'd hesitate before opening my app, like I already knew I wouldn't like what I saw. Sometimes I'd even avoid checking it altogether. Just tap my card and hope for the best. I remember once saying no to going out. Not because I couldn't afford it, but because I didn't know if I could. That feeling. It's frustrating. It's not about being broke. It's about not being in control. So one evening, I walked into the kitchen, dropped my phone on the table in front of Gran Betty, and said, "Something's wrong with this." She didn't even look surprised. Money doesn't disappear, love. It slips away when no one's paying attention. I told her that didn't make sense. I wasn't spending loads. I wasn't being reckless, that's what everyone says, right before they realize it is. I laughed. But she didn't. Most people don't have a money problem. They have an awareness problem. I didn't like that. Because it meant the problem wasn't out there somewhere. It was me. And this is the part I nearly ignored. But it changed everything. She didn't give me a budget. No spreadsheets. No complicated plan. Nothing overwhelming. She gave me one rule. For 7 days, she said, you write down every pound that leaves your account. Every single one. No judgment. I remember thinking, that's it? That's the big secret? I almost didn't do it. But something about the way she said it made me try. So I started. And before I go any further, quick question. If you had to guess right now, how much you casually spend in a week without really noticing, what number would you say? Because I had a number in my head. And I was wrong. Day 1 felt easy. Day 2, still fine. By day 3, I didn't want to keep going, not because I was spending loads, but because I was finally seeing it. £3 here, £5 there. £10 that didn't feel like £10 in the moment. A quick tap, a quick swipe, and it was gone. No decision. No awareness. Just habit. I remember sitting there looking at the list and thinking, surely this doesn't make a difference. You can't change what you pretend not to see. For 7 days, I tracked every pound. No judgment, just notes. Each small spend went on the list. Coffees, quick taps, little fees. By midweek, patterns appeared. By day 7, the leaks were obvious. And at the end of the week, I added it all up. That was the moment it clicked. Not because the number was shocking, but because it was consistent. Small leaks sink big ships. That's when she introduced what she calls the catch system. Every time money leaves, she said, a little bit must stay behind. No restrictions, no guilt, just a rule. So I set up roundups in my banking app. If I spent £9.20, it rounded up to £10 and moved the extra into savings. I told her it felt pointless. Pennies don't make noise, but they build walls. I left it running. Didn't think about it, didn't check it, just carried on. A few days later, I almost forgot it was there. And then, about a week in, I checked it. And this is where it got interesting. There was money sitting there that I hadn't noticed leaving, but I also hadn't missed. It wasn't loads, but it was something. And more importantly, it was new. That's when something shifted. It stopped feeling like effort and started feeling like progress. 5 minutes. Every evening. I already knew where this was going. No, I already tracked everything this week. That was awareness. This is control. So every evening I had to open my banking app. No skipping, no excuses. Just look. What went out? Was it worth it? What's coming tomorrow? At first, I resisted it. It felt unnecessary. I told myself I already knew what I'd spent. Turns out, I didn't. But after a few days, something strange happened. That little bit of anxiety I used to feel before checking my account, it started to disappear. Because nothing was a surprise anymore. A calm mind comes from clear numbers. By the second week, something changed. I wasn't avoiding my money anymore. I was paying attention to it. And that's when she said, "Now we go hunting." This ended up being one of the most eye-opening parts. We sat down together and went through everything leaving my account. Every subscription, every bill, every quiet little payment I'd stopped noticing. And as we went through it, she kept asking one question. "Do you still use this?" That's it. Simple, but powerful. Because most of the time, the answer was no. I found 3 subscriptions I hadn't used in months. One of them was £12.99 every single month. Gone. For nothing. If it's not useful, it's expensive. Then we kept going. £5 here, £8 there. Little bits that didn't feel like much on their own. But together, it added up quickly. By the end of it, I'd found over £100 that was just leaking. I sat there staring at the total. Gran Betty just nodded. "Your money isn't gone," she said. "It's just misplaced." Then came the part I really didn't want to do. Calling my internet provider. I tried to avoid it. Told her it wouldn't make a difference. That's an expensive assumption. So I called. 10 minutes later, I had a better deal. Over the year, that one call saved me more than £150. I just stared at my phone. Because I almost didn't do it. Most people don't lose money because they don't have it. They lose it because they don't question it. That hit. Because I realized how many things I'd just been accepting. Not checking, not challenging, just letting happen. Around this point, I had a bit of a setback. One day I ignored everything. Didn't check my account, didn't think about it. Just spent. Nothing crazy, but enough to feel it. And for a moment, it felt like I'd undone everything. I told Gran. She just smiled. One messy day doesn't break a good system. That was important. Because it meant I didn't have to be perfect. I just had to be consistent. So I kept going. Week 3 felt different. Not dramatic, but steady. I wasn't guessing anymore. I knew what was coming in. I knew what was going out. I knew what I could afford. And for the first time, I felt calm. I remember opening my banking app one evening and not feeling anything negative at all. Just clarity. And that's when it really clicked. This was never about cutting everything out. It wasn't about being strict. It was about being aware and building simple systems that did the work for me. Gran Betty looked at me and said, "You're not just managing money. You're becoming someone who can." That stayed with me. Because that's the real shift. Not the numbers, the identity. If you're still watching this, you're probably someone who's felt that same frustration, that same confusion, that same, "where did it all go" feeling. And the truth is, you don't need a complicated system to fix it. You need a simple one you'll actually stick to. So here's where I'd start. Track everything for 7 days. Set up a catch system, roundups, or automatic savings. Do a 5-minute check-in each evening. Go hunting. Find one thing you're paying for that you don't use. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. Because as Gran Betty says, small wins done often build something big. And one more she told me that I'll never forget. You don't need a fortune to start, but you do need a start to make a fortune. If this felt familiar, tap like so more people can find this and realize they're not the only one. Share it with someone who keeps saying they'll sort their money out one day. And subscribe, because Gran Betty has a lot more to say, and honestly, every time she speaks, something clicks. And don't stop here. Go and watch Gran Betty's Money Wisdom series next. That's where she breaks all of this down even further. Simple habits, real systems, things you can actually use. Because once you start paying attention, everything changes. And trust me, you'll wish you started sooner.